Good morning. You'll notice I have a moisturized face because I use new Nivea cream for men. Well, it's not new. It's new to me. Anyways, I got to check on what tea that was that my mom served. She said it was sleep time, but I didn't get any sleep all night. And then my sister's upstairs, so I'm going to say hi to her. And I filmed a little dream summary. Basically, I dreamed about my last girlfriend, Jen, and we were just sitting there and I was like, let's be together. And just like, but we got, it was 10 years ago. I got married. I had kids. I'm like, and it was so intense, like just touching her leg, like she was wearing jeans. And I just felt like I was with her. And I'm like, oh my God. Anyways, good morning. Happy Sunday. What are you up to? Good morning. You'll notice I have a moisturized face because I use new Nivea cream for men. Well, it's not new. It's new to me. Anyways, my parents made some kind of avocado and egg concoction, and I'm eating it on bread. Just telling my story, what I'm eating. Okay, now I'm just on the couch. I'm going to do some copywriting here for my friend's website. I did a Zoom call with someone talking about a website where you can have your own app and post your content there, so your podcasts and stuff. Maybe I'll sign up for that. And I'm just telling you what I'm doing just because it's nice to have somebody that's aware of what I'm doing. I don't know. There's the snow out there. I just got a message from a woman who I looked through our chat, and we were chatting when I was in Costa Rica 5 years ago. I can't believe it's been 5 years. And I'm like, look at that. Look how young I was. Oh my goodness. Why haven't I gone back? Anyways, what are you guys doing? Message me if you want to chat or keep each other company while we work. Good morning. You'll notice I have a moisturized face because I use new Nivea cream. Okay, so I had to do the world's largest Jewish speed dating event or something. That was at 8 p.m. for the Eastern Standard people. And then they asked if anybody wanted to do the 11 p.m. one, because they were doing one for, the West Coast. So it's been sitting here frozen for like 15 minutes saying 2 meetings left, so I feel like it might be done. But anyways, and most of the people in this one were the same people from the original one, because we all took the ticket for the... Anyways, it's all ridiculous. Anyways, what did I do today? So, woke up because my sister said... she messaged this morning, said she wasn't coming over, but then she messaged around 10:30, said, I've changed my mind, I'm here. So I said, I'll come up, but I didn't get up till like 11:30, like upstairs for some reason. So I went upstairs, I brought my laptop, because she was doing crossword puzzles or something with my dad, and then at some point, like my dad, okay, so the recycling box was sort of angled at the top of the stairs towards my room last night, and I thought, okay, well, I don't want to take it out in the middle of the night in the dark, but my dad clearly wants me to take it out, so I just took it into the room here. And then I took it back upstairs, and my dad was like, did you take the recycling into your room last night? I'm like, yeah. He's like, why? And I'm like, I knew you'd be mad if it was still there, but I didn't want to take it out at night, so, well, you could have just left it outside your door or whatever, or taken it into the garage. I'm like, yes. Why are we wasting brain power on discussing where the recycling box is? Like, there's people like Jeff Bezos that are making world-changing decisions every day. How did my life come to this? So I put on my mom's coat, and because it was just in the closet. I thought it was my dad's, but I'm like, this is small. But I put it on anyway, because I was literally just going into the laneway. And as I walked out, there was this couple that I showed you the picture of, and they were sort of looking at the house, and I was like, hello, and they're like, oh, hello, we love this house, and I'm like, yeah, it's, and they're like, we love how it doesn't face the front. I'm like, yeah, no, it angles towards the canal for a good view, and they're like, oh, that's really cool, and we just started talking, and then went into this deep conversation for, I don't know what, 20 minutes or something. It was a long time, and the guy was saying, I was talking about how, I'm not sure what to do with my life, and somehow I got into I've pushed myself away from the things I love, like I should have married a girl, but I didn't. And he's like, yeah, well, when there's a disconnect between what your knee hurts because your desires are here, and then something else is at your feet and your knee's in the middle or whatever. And I said, but my knee has been hurting. And he's like, which one? I'm like, this one. He's like, no, the other one. I'm like, well, I think it's this one. But anyway, it doesn't matter which knee hurts. It's like specifically my knee has been hurting. I'm like, this is weird. And he talks about how like 40 years ago he left his job or he lost his job or something, but he found his way. And he's always had, found a place to be, to live and to work or whatever. I don't know. It was just a really deep conversation. It was really nice. And then the woman was singing for a bit, and then she was talking about how she does art and she sold some art lately. And yeah, they took the bus and they weren't sure which stop to get off and they just went down the street because they weren't sure which street to go down. And I just happened to be coming out at that moment. And then the guy said, yeah, you were taking a recycling box. See, it's a symbol. You met us. And like, it was all because you're recycling your life. You're starting something new. I'm like, whoa. So I asked if he has Facebook or anything. He's like, no, we don't do social media. But he gave me his card. He's got an email address. So I emailed him and he emailed me like a long thing about a book he wrote and all this. I haven't read it all yet. But yeah, I said, next time you're going for a walk, I'd love to come for a walk with you and let me know. And they live sort of in Nepean where I grew up. And they're like, oh, you probably know the area better than us. I'm like, yeah, I've lived all around that area. So that was really nice. And yeah, it's one of those things where, like if I'd come out a second earlier or later or they whatever, like wouldn't have met them. But, so he's like, no, yeah, there's no coincidences. The universe works in ways like that. And then when I came in, my dad's like, who was that or what? I'm like, they were just looking at the house. He's like, well, you're really good at talking to people. Like you could use that for your interviews and stuff. I'm like, yeah, I just love like celebrities or anybody I can talk to and just like a real person. So yeah. And then I was at the dining room table, I guess just going through emails or whatever. And then at like 2:00, I think my sister went to have a nap on the couch and my dad was doing a puzzle and then he fell asleep. And then my sister's phone rang because her husband called and it was like really loud. And then they all woke up and then she was like, okay, well, maybe I'll leave around 3. But then she was like, no, just take me home now, Dad. So I'm like, well, that's too bad. They were enjoying their sleep. But whatever. It's too bad the phone woke them up. My sister's phone. Anyways, so my dad drove her back. And then I think I just set up in the living room and was going through emails and trying to do the copywriting for Giannis. And then what was I doing? I watched a bit of a Grant Cardone video again. So yesterday he was talking about don't procrastinate, just do something. And today he was talking about make some money, 3 ways you could make money right now. And he had a woman on the phone, like he's like, sell the TV that you're going to sell, like call someone right now. So that was all really interesting. And then they were like dinner. I'm like, okay, I'll be there in a minute. And then my dad's standing there. I'm like, what? And he's like, where's the ketchup? Did you take the ketchup down? I'm like, no, I didn't touch the ketchup. And my dad's like, oh, that's so weird. Where's the ketchup? So when I finally got up, I just opened the fridge door and just like, I just moved the milk and the ketchup's right behind it. I'm like, so how hard was he looking for the ketchup? Like literally it was behind, like it's just on the top shelf. Like if you're looking for the ketchup, wouldn't you sort of like look, be like, okay, is it behind here? Like you wouldn't just look at the fridge. Like it's just ridiculous. So we had dinner and then my mom's like, any open mics tonight? And I was like, no, there's like speed dating at 8. But yeah, she's often asking these nights, like, are you doing anything comedy? And I'm like, I haven't done anything for a while, so I probably should again. And then that was it. Just been speed dating for a while here. And between 10 and 11, between like the events, I was watching a little clip of Jeff Bezos talking about the importance of sleep and how he prioritizes 8 hours of sleep a night. And so I better do that if I want to be like Jeff Bezos, right? And tomorrow's Monday, stock market's open. I'm going to go visit Charles and talk about, did I tell you I did a Zoom call with this woman who makes an app that you can like post your videos, like you can have your own app where you could be like, okay, yeah, you got to pay to view my course or whatever. So I'm not sure. Anyways, Charles is going to brainstorm with me about what kind of content I could put on an app like that. So anyways, yeah, so I'm going to bed and we're going to hit the ground running this week. It's exciting. We can make anything happen tomorrow. It's all about right now, like Grant Cardone was saying. Stop procrastinating. What are we going to do tomorrow? What do we want to get done? What's going to make money? What's going to make us happy? Ah, man. Oh, yeah, and the Meghan Markle thing was happening, so we gotta watch that. Yeah, just before my speed dating, my dad was like, Josh, do you know anything about the remote? I'm like, no, I don't know anything about the remote. So I went up and he's like, it's all black screens. I'm like, I don't know, call Rogers. And so then he texted me. He's like, I just rebooted the TV and now it works. That's what I should have done to start. Thanks for coming. Whatever. I'm the IT guy. So yeah, all right. Gotta make things happen tomorrow. Let's do this.